All right. Hello. We are live. Welcome to, I don't even know what to call this. Welcome to the live. Uh, Welcome to our live talking eBay and all that implies. If you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let's see here. All right. Let's see if we can put this. They call it a banner. Gonna create a banner. Ask any questions regarding. I don't think anybody's watching. All right. Hope everybody's having a good week. If you got any eBay, I guess we could do Poshmark too. Questions. Just feel free to drop them in the chat. Just wrapping up the reselling work week. Val is not here again this week. I don't know if she's planning on doing any more of these lives. She said she should be in the chat. I don't even know if I want to do these lives anymore. Scott in the group said I should, so I am, and we'll see how it goes. So if anybody's got any questions, let me know. Been listing shoes all day myself. Cleaned shoes in the morning, cleaned a whole bunch of shoes. And I think we've listed about 15 today. And I've got some more photographed to be saved as drafts. And I will be getting those up tomorrow. I think I'm going to start. There we go. I think I'm going to start getting, I need to get listings up 7 days per week, and I really need to build that draft bank. Also published a video today, uploaded a video today. We did a closet review from Listing Habits. She was here last Friday, where we took a deep dive, a deepish dive. No, we did a deep dive. We did a deep dive into her eBay store and gave some suggestions, some comments. So you could check that out too. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Just been sourcing shoes this week, trying to figure out, because I'm switching from clothing to shoes, and I want to give shoes a good try. I've done shoes before, and trying to figure out that sourcing route. And I think I've finally kind of got it figured out. I think I'm going to source 2 full days per week, or maybe 1 full day and half of another day. And I think I can get enough shoes to list. What is up, Scott Triple D, the man, the myth, the legend, the man that will dive into a dumpster, even though I don't. When's the last time you've been dumpster diving, Scott? Scott's on our podcast. Matter of fact, we did it last night. You can find us on the Reseller Roundtable, wherever you find podcasts. Also on YouTube, we have a dedicated page for that. And last night we were talking promoted listings. Scott, Alton, Mike, and myself. We kind of dug into the pros and cons of promoted listings, and what that means, whether you should, and kind of hit that from all different angles. And we had some different opinions on that. Scott said it's been a couple of weeks since he's been diving in the dumpster. What's the best thing you've ever found in a dumpster, Scott? I don't know if I've asked you that. I know that's probably interesting content. I think Val, you need to go diving in a dumpster. I think that'd be good content for you too. I like the fact that Val is listing. She's got that daily listing habit working. How have sales been going, guys? I know for me, to be honest, sales have been really slow this week on eBay, a little concerning. But then again, to be honest, the 2 days I went sourcing, I did not get my listings up those days. So I can't blame anyone but myself. and I don't know how much of an impact that is. Oh yeah, Scott found a Staples chair this year. A chair from Staples. Hopefully, it's not a chair with a lot of staples in it. Let's see. Val says, I don't know about daily. That's why I'm listing right now. Yeah, it sounds like you're in the kind of boat I am, Val. Like this whole transition from clothes to shoes, I'm still trying to adjust because Clay was bringing me all the clothes pretty much. Like I used to go sourcing and then I had to deal with Clay. He brought me that. So all I had to do was list. So in a way that was easier. But with shoes, I'm doing all that myself. And I think what I'm going to do is, like I said, 2 full days of sourcing, have a draft bank to launch drafts on those days when I go sourcing, and probably 4 of the other days, including Saturday, I want to list and take Sundays totally off. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to see how that goes. Xerox ink haul for over 1,000 buckaroos. Yeah, that's spectacular. That'll make anybody want to jump into a dumpster. How's shoe sourcing? I'm assuming. It went well. So, like, what is today? Friday. So Wednesday I went out and I hit a lot of Goodwills. And to be honest, the pricing, like they've kind of lost their minds. Like a lot of them were doing $8.99 for adult shoes, $9.99 for sneakers, and $12.99 for boots. And like you've got to really know your shoe game because that it used to be like $6.99. So I was kind of bummed out, even though I did find like I found a pair of Doc Martens in there that I just listed today for 139. Like if you really know your stuff, you can still find things at those prices, but it made it more difficult. And then yesterday I went to a different chain and I did much better. Like they have tag sales and I cleaned up yesterday. So and I was talking to Clay about this. And the thing is I know how to do clothes. So if it turns out to be I can't get enough shoes to do what I want to do, then I can always supplement with jeans. So I think that would be the plan. But based on the haul I hit yesterday, I think I'm pretty good. And I think sourcing 2 days a week, I should be able to get, I don't know, 150 shoes or so between those 2 days, I'm hoping. And so that's the plan. And if not, then I'll just add clothing into it. Val says I did a crappy job listing this week, but, capital but, the important part is I acknowledged it and am trying to make up for it. Hey, that's the first step is saying, hey, I didn't hit it. And not to make excuses. Well, I didn't feel like it. I'm living in the moment. Sorry, Clay, if you're out there, shots fired. But say, hey, I didn't hit it. I screwed up. And let's try what maybe dig into it. Well, what came up? The same thing with me. Like I went sourcing, I didn't have a draft bank, and so I didn't get listings up those 2 days. And I'm sure that definitely did not help the algorithm this week. So, I have to own that. And so, like, I'm really determined right now. I do not want that to happen again. So I got listings up today. I got a head start on tomorrow for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to list some more and list enough to get tomorrow's listed and get some Sunday. And Sunday, take it off, watch the Super Bowl. And then Monday, back to it. Hey, it's Mr. Skits Underpants. Hello, helmets off all the planets you call Earth. It's been a while. I never understand. It's Jamie, right? I never understand what the hell Jamie's talking about. But man, Jamie knows his military gear. I know that. Val said I was thinking of my friend Clay when I met. Yeah. Well, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It was funny. We were talking about Clay this morning, like Scott and I, and I've got some comments about like, man, your friend needs to eat some meat because he's kind of I guess they're watching the last Friday's live, and there's some people kind of worried about Clay and his mental state. Mr. Helmet in the house. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Can you show us how to bulk how to you wait. Can you show I think it's supposed to be us how to bulk cells and light colors, quantity, size if you're the same on. Oh, you're talking like a multi-quantity listing? Mm-hmm. Let me look real quick. Let me see if I have a multi-quantity listing currently. And yeah, I can show you how to do that. Let's see. All right. Well, so let's show Kevin. I guess I will share the screen. So this is like if you're buying like you have a SKU and you have quantity. Let's say you got 100 sneakers, different sizes, different colors. And I haven't created one of these listings in a while, but I think I can do it. Let's say all right. Let's just do shoes. On one of mine. And when I did retail arbitrage at the Nike Clearance Center, I would do this. Like I would buy a specific SKU of a shoe, and it would come in multiple sizes. Usually multiple sizes. It'd be the same colorway. So let's just sell similar. I don't actually know if sell similar will work off this because let's see. No. That's not gonna work. Gosh, I don't know how to create a listing from scratch. Let's see. You can tell selling. You can tell I do a bunch of sell similars. Here we go. Sell button. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that's not how I list anymore. Create a listing. Let's do a single listing. Goodness gracious. I have not used this in forever. Let's just say we're doing shoes. It's going to give me a category. Oh my gosh. Let's just say Nike. All right, let's just say you've got these right here, right? Let's use this product. All right, so here you would, you type out your title, variation. So this is where you come to variations, right? So you would create variations here. And I hope I remember to delete this thing. Be like, dang, when did I get those Air Max 270s? So under here, it gives you different attributes. Like the size on shoes is going to be an important one. So like, let's say I have size 11 and 12 and 13 and 14. Right. Product line. And if you had different things like different colors, you could add it here. Like here, you could select color. And then on the color, say you got blue and red shoes. And you would continue. And then here you would just add your pictures like normal. And down here in this drop down, like it gives you the different colors and the different sizes. You could put a UPC, you could put your SKU, you would already have your photos, you would update the quantity and the price. You could bulk enter the prices, the quantities, and you can manipulate it this way, and then you would save and close, and then finish out the rest of your listing. And then you would have a multi-quantity listing. I hope that helped a little bit. I know I didn't do the best job on that. Let me delete this draft, because I do not. You can see my sales; they are going down. Not good. And it may be may also be, since I'm not listing clothes anymore, that I'm speaking of clothes. Let's see right here. Got an offer on this chaps button down shirt. Since I'm trying to move all my clothing, I'm going to accept it. Yeah, I just want to accept it, especially when sales are slow. Anything to try to trigger the algorithm. And then I'm going to send the buyer the invoice. I want to get rid of all my clothing and bulk up my my shoe store. All right. Well, I don't know. Hopefully that helped a little bit, Kevin. Jamie said, Yes, been on my CIS mission, impossible missions. I am now not allowed in Mexico. Jamie, I never know what to think of you, man. No Mexican vacations for Jamie. Hello, Amy. Reselling fans with friends heading home and listening in. Hope you're having a good day, Amy. Drive safely. Val said, thoughts on the new ambassador level on Poshmark. Wow, you would throw a Poshmark question. All right, so obviously this is implying that they changed the ambassador level. And to be honest, to be transparent, I'm not aware of the new level. Like I've been an ambassador for years on Poshmark. Um, I am selling shoe. I am cross listing shoes over there currently, but I don't keep up with the Poshmark updates nearly as much as I do with eBay. Like I can talk eBay way better than Poshmark. I don't know. Fill me in on that. I'm not aware of the new ambassador level. I'm assuming they changed it. Clay says, "Where are you moving your clothes to?" Clay with this corny joke. I'm moving them to a happy customer, like that guy that bought that chap shirt. I hope he's gonna be happy with it and not open return. I like Scott's answer. Yeah, they're moving to Clay's closet. There you go. You need to buy all my inventory, Clay. I'll make you a deal you cannot refuse. Huh. All right. I want to look at this. All right. Let's look at this. I don't know. Let's look at Poshmark levels. Y'all got me curious. Apparently there's level 2. How does Clay know about reselling? No offense, Clay. I don't even think Clay's listed in like a month. All right. I guess what would I look at? My closet. Probably account, right? Account. Let's look at my account. Got a bunch of news here. Or maybe it's under my Posh stats. You can tell how often I look into. I used to know all about Posh. My closet, my likes, my bundles, my shoppers, my purchases, my sales. Is it under my sales? Nope, those are actually my sales. My Posh stats. Yeah, I think it's under Posh stats. It says I'm a Posh ambassador. Golly, look at those numbers. I got 257,000 community shares. Killed it. 6,817,648 self shares. I think I met that minimum. 46,666 new postures shared. I've got 1,191 available listings. 11,530 sales. 4.7 average purchase rating. Shipping 1.9, and I gave 13 love notes when I'm trying to. So what's the other level? I'm Posh ambassador. Like what other level is there? I don't know. I don't know, guys. You'll have to fill me in if you know something about Posh ambassadors. I know I've been a 2-time Poshmark host back when I applied. I don't care about that crap anymore. Like right now, I just want to sell shoes on Poshmark. That's really all I care about. The social aspect, I could care less. Kevin said, I didn't list on Tuesday. The only one I can blame is me. And hey, we will own it. If we miss our listing, we own it. We try not to make it happen again. And hopefully it hurts a little bit. It should hurt. If it doesn't hurt, then you don't give a damn, right? We give a damn. We want to make money. And for eBay, the most important thing you can do is list quality listings. And I'm also still fixing my old listings. I fixed 20 of them this morning. They were so bad. They're calling it gold star or gold medal. I don't know, but it made me chuckle. Is you get the ooh, I could actually call somebody. Ooh, did I have it? Where can you find it, Val? See, this is why you should be on, Val. You could help me. Now I'm having to read your messages because you didn't get your listing. Shame, shame, shame. Putting the guilt trip on Val. Clay's cat sitting. Picking up a car. What kind of car does she buy? How exciting. Buying cars is fun. I know buying a car right now is not the best time to buy a car with a market. But hey, if you need a car, you need a car. Hey, so she won't have to take your car and leave you stranded. Clay's always walking. I'm like, where you walking? I go get my car. I'm like, damn, Clay someone borrow his car, and he's got to go walk to pick it up. Damn. I'm gonna do that. Clay, can I borrow your car? And I live like probably 30 miles from Clay. I'm gonna make him come walk to pick it up. It's probably been 6 weeks, but still a couple sales a week. Yeah, I'm sorry, Clay. Until you got a streak of listing, I can't give you any credit. This probably, maybe, no. You got to have a goal, or just say your goal is, I have no goal. Jamie said, a website or you're a real person? I think I am. I think Jamie's been hitting the drugs a little bit. A Mercedes coupe, that's white, and only a couple years old, like 25K. She had one. She lived in LA since she lived there the past 8 years. Nice. Driving the Mercedes. Very nice. Yeah, she's in pharmaceutical sales, making the big bucks. Okay. Yes, you can. Now, here's a question for you. Anybody list hard goods on Poshmark, and do they sell well? Only thing I've ever really sold on Poshmark is shoes and jewelry, and those sell pretty well. But of course, with Poshmark, the key to that is it's share. And I think they're built for the average person and not a big business. So he said, we have Cher for a few weeks because she quit Pfizer and can't drive their car, and it's still in the driveway. That's why Clay's racking up those steps. That's good though. He's going to start running again, so this is a good excuse for Clay. Val says, no, they didn't say anything about a phone number, so I'm not sure what the actual perk is. Well, I don't even know how to tell. Mine said Poshmark Ambassador. I didn't look for a gold star, a silver star, a platinum star. So I don't know. Like, I should have it as, I mean, I've got strong sales on Poshmark compared to the average person. Yeah, keep on walking, Clay. Jamie says, if you borrow my car and live where Paul's caught stealing. I think Jamie would probably stab you with a World War II dagger if you stole his car, Clay. That would be good content, though. Clay sold a few good hard goods. Really? What did you sell on Poshmark? What kind of hard good did you sell, Clay? Look at that. Clay surprising me with that. Yeah. What did you sell, Clay? All right. Let's see. I'm going to share this so Val can share her screen. Let me go to StreamYard. Invite a guest. Copy to clipboard. And going to drop it in the chat. There you go, Val. I wouldn't let her use the loaner car the dealer gave me to. Oh yeah, you would. If she said, Clay, I really, really need to borrow your car, I guarantee you she's in that loaner. Like, what hard goods could you sell on Poshmark? How many people are buying hard goods on Poshmark? I know Mike last night on our Thursday night call, he showed the RCA, like that vintage boombox he sold, even defective, for $299. Could you sell that on Poshmark at that flat rate shipping? Even though that thing would weigh more than 5 pounds. I know once you're at 5 pounds or more, then you've got to pay extra shipping. All right, let's see. I think Val is here. Val,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let me get my screen situated.
So we are talking Poshmark Next Level Ambassador Gold Star ratings. This is so exciting.
Okay.
You get more money with this? Do they?
I don't think so.
A lower commission?
I wish, or at least like discounted shipping on them. That would be nice.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Let's see. So it's right here, the Posh Ambassador 2.
What?
I'm 90% there.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Ooh, all right.
right here, you have to have a minimum of 20,000 community shares.
Oh God, that's the thing I know I'm missing. They're trying to trick us with a gold star to share other people's items.
Yeah. Let's see what else you have to have. Minimum of 100 available listings, a minimum of 50 items sold, average of 4.7 stars.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt. What color is your star right now? Because I'm looking at mine, and mine's like an orange color. On my
Um,
Posh, it says you are a Posh ambassador. It's got like this orangish reddish star, but it
I'm not,
doesn't say Posh level 2 or anything.
I'll have to look at it when I go back to the other screen.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's see. You have to have, I don't even know what that means.
What does it say?
A
30
minimum
months.
like that's what I have. I have 30 months strong, but it needs 6. I don't even know what that means, strong.
Hmm.
Like maybe consistent
Gotta,
listing. I don't know.
gotta eat your spinach. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You
I
gotta
don't
eat your
know.
spinach. And then you have to have a minimum of 1 posher recruited. I'm surprised I have 3.
Huh.
Okay, but let me go back. I don't know. Like mine's just the normal red right now.
So what are you looking at? My Posh ambassador stats. Let me look. I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, because yours didn't have this section right here. Like it didn't even have the option for you right there.
Oh, what the heck?
And then you scroll down here, and here's the perks that you get with it. So you get a Posh Ambassador 2 badge, which I'm guessing you just turned to the
Ooh.
yellow color. Free or discounted tickets to Posh events.
Oh, discounted tickets. They actually called me once and invited me to speak when they were in Dallas, and I'm kind of like you. I'm an introvert, and
Uh-huh.
the thought of getting up there, I'm like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. That's cool that they invited you though.
Yeah, I felt good about it, but also I'm like, nope.
You get a PA2 priority support, which is the
Oh, you can
technical
actually
or whatever
you
support.
get
But
a
they didn't
phone number.
maybe they never said anything about a phone number, but
You get an email.
you get global in-app promotion,
What the heck
whatever
is
that
that?
means.
Global.
They just like put you on their Instagram or something. I don't know. And then exclusive live events.
Oh,
But
only
it
the
doesn't.
gold stars can go to that.
Yeah.
Not very impressed, but I want to know why I don't have the option to get the gold star.
They sent me an email about it too, inviting me to be a Posh
Yeah, I don't.
ambassador too.
All right, let me look at my emails. I bet I get so many of those. I don't even pay attention to them. All right, let's see. Poshmark. Searching. Posh. Can't spell. Poshmark ambassador. I'll just put that in the search.
Did you say this part right here? That's gold on yours,
mm,
or are you
no, like
red?
it's. Let's see. Let me pull it back up. Like when I go to my Posh stats and I go to ambassador stats, it's like it doesn't give me that option. Like I bet you I didn't opt in to what they probably emailed me. I didn't opt in. Which honestly, after looking at that, I really don't care.
Right.
Because it sounds like it's very clever marketing so that they can kind of coax you to go into their paid events and make money off of you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of Poshmark, it's that social media feel where they're trying to I don't know what they're trying to do. Like they're trying to game the system. Because the only stat I really care about is dollars. But that is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if that is a phone number and you can call them, it might be worth it. But I haven't bothered sharing anybody's closet to find out. I'll let somebody else do it, and then once they make a YouTube video about it, then I'll.
Yeah. Well, I've got a VA that if somebody shares mine, they'll share theirs. But that's the extent of it.
Yeah.
I don't personally share nada.
Okay, I'm gonna hop back off and finish my listing.
All right, get her done.
Okay.
All right, thanks to Val for sharing the gold star level 2 super exciting Poshmark ambassador status. Clay sold some wallets, toys, and a couple of puzzles. That is the most random thing to sell on Poshmark. The wallets I kind of get. Hey, if they sold, they sold. Clay said, Scott, now when I double check to see what is in my garage and make sure what's on eBay and not, I got to take some off Posh up. Yeah. That's the problem with cross listing is you got to be really organized not to cross sell. You got to delist when stuff sells. Clay wants a Poshmark badge. Yeah, you should get that Poshmark badge, Clay. Yeah, I'll check it out in a minute. I don't even know where my phone is. I don't know where my phone is. I'll check that later, Clay. Let's see. Mine is that's the color mine is. And it sounds like you probably have to opt in via email. And honestly, really don't care. Like part of me doesn't even want to list at all on Poshmark. If I wasn't doing shoes, like I'll keep doing shoes there. Because I do sell some shoes there for higher prices, and the shipping is cheaper, and you don't really have to worry about returns as long as you do a good listing, whereas you do on eBay. But like when I look at on shoes, when I measure it, like for every one sell I get on Poshmark, I get like 3.5 on eBay. So it's probably like out of every 100 sales, 75 are coming from eBay and maybe 25 are Poshmark. But when they do sell on Poshmark, they tend to sell for good money. Val has a friend trying to get to the second level. All right. Level 2 Poshmark ambassador. I should have it because I've got a whole lot of numbers here. But I guess maybe you got to opt into it. I don't know. Let me look on my email. I don't even know why. See, I don't care, but they've got me looking into it. Poshmark ambassador level 2. You got any emails for that? Nope. All right. I don't really care. Clay's got 74,000 community shares. Yeah, Clay went through a period of time where he was sharing like a machine. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Like it's just manipulation. Put that work into eBay. Like listing on eBay, you will get way more results than sharing and trying to get a badge that really means nothing. What they need to do is do away with the sharing setup that it currently is, because we've talked about this a lot. As a bigger Poshmark closet, you're at a disadvantage, whereas eBay is built for your store to grow bigger. And I think at some point Poshmark's going to realize that ultimately we need big sellers that are quality sellers, like we were talking about last night, or I was talking about last night. And they are going to drive a lot more sales on the platform versus millions of people selling stuff out of their closet, which I mean, that's fine, I guess, but a lot of those people, they don't ship for like a week. They just don't have the same level of professionalism. And it doesn't encourage, I found my phone, and it doesn't encourage big sellers to get on that platform. And the big push in our group is be on one platform, and specifically eBay, and put all your energy into that, and you'll be more successful. I know even a lot of the shoe sellers in the group are now just doing eBay only. But I don't know. Like right now, I'm nervous making that switch. So I'm going to keep cross listing. at least until my shoe sales pick up. Because right now my sales are down. It is not good. Yeah, Val's got a good. She says instead of a badge, they give us a discounted shipping. Yeah, something like that. A real incentive. Because like eBay, they have top rated seller, and you get a 10% discount on your final value fees if you offer free returns, and your top rated seller. You get feedback protection. You can report buyers and deduct refunds, like when they do a false ad. So you want real tangible rewards for your hard work. You don't. We don't want no stinking gold, orange, red badge, or I don't. I mean, I could care less. I want stuff that's gonna make me money. Val says she watched my video on making a template. I'm going to take a day this coming week and fix all my listings. I love it. Yeah, I did make a video. I don't know, was maybe last week or a couple weeks ago about how to create templates on eBay. Yep. Clay says Rally Roots had an Instagram post saying their sales have slowed to lots. Well, I mean, here's the other thing. With these updates coming out, anytime they have an update, when eBay's tinkering with their big system, their algorithms and whatnot, a lot of times the traffic will get real funky. And so I'm hoping that's all it is, and that things will pick back up, because definitely been a slow week. And like today, as of right now, I only have 5 sales for the day. That is not good. I mean, there was not that long ago, I was doing like, probably 30 sales a day on eBay. But I was listing a lot more too. I was listing clothing, a lot more clothing. But what I'm hoping is consistently listing shoes with high ASP, then shoes will start to sell with high ASP. Like I wouldn't have to list as many shoes as I would clothing, hopefully, to get the same results. Al guy has got to be so tired with eBay messing with him. The algorithm guy. Here's another one of Clay's corny jokes. Tip at the door. He'll be here all. You want sakes? You want cells? Yeah, we want cells, man. I need some freaking cells. I did get my listings up today, and this is the thing. Like, what I can control is getting my listings up every day, and that includes the weekends. What I want to do is to get to the point where I don't have to work on the weekends, but the sales get up. But bottom line is, I need to get listings up every day of the week consistently, so that I can get the most consistent traffic, which will lead to the most consistent sales. Clay, I want the biggest ASP you can find. I think my current ASP is like $28, I think. Somewhere around there. Find me some good shoes, Clay. I'm looking for shoes. And you need to let me know what she said about that connection. Scott got an email from Posh for his 4-year anniversary, and I only sold one thing. It's very considerate of them, though, Scott, to email you and send you a piece of anniversary cake. Clay called Gretchen, but didn't get her. She will call me back in the next day or two. Hope she's not going to turn into a Grimes. Like, Clay's been trying to reach out to Grimes, and Grimes ghosted him. He ghosted him. Yep. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to talk about. Slow sales. We just got to keep doing the best we can do. I mean, I guess worst comes to worst, I could always Instacart or go back and teach. Oh, that would be horrible. But we can't get too worked up over short-term sales dips. Gotta think big picture. Yeah, Gretchen and Clay are BFFs. Justin, no, he's not missing action. He just ghosted you, man. He's like, I don't want to talk to no freaking Clay. I already sold him that horrible storage unit. She wants to help me since I bring her good clothes. Well, connections are important, but I think the other part is, when opportunities arise from our connections, we have to strike on them. I think we got to take advantage of them. Good grief, Val says, I'm cross-listing to eBay as I go, and I keep actually making it live instead of saving drafts. I did that. My last draft today, I did the same thing. So it's because it's a habit. You're in the habit of hitting the live button. It's almost like you got to put a sticky note like on your screen, drafts, because you get that muscle memory going live, and it's hard to train yourself to then save them as a draft. I definitely have that same problem. And then I had one saved as a draft, and I went in to edit it because I got the color wrong. And then instead of saving it, I accidentally hit the list button. But I guess in the end of the day, one extra listing per day, it's not the end of the world. But man, let me look at my traffic tab. I know my traffic is way down. Here, I'll share my traffic tab. Guess we ain't got nothing else to do. Let's see. Share screen. So let's see. If you go to performance traffic, right? You can see this is interesting. My impressions are up 3.5%, but my page views are down 25%, and my quantity sold is down 15% versus prior time period versus the previous month. And as you can see, if you're looking, that I get about 400,000 impressions. And let's see, and this is around February. I switched to shoes. They dipped, and then they kind of came back. Let me see, what day is this? Monday. Monday I had 391. Now, Tuesday they dipped. Wednesday and Thursday they were way down, and I did not get any new active listings up that day. And you can see Wednesday only had 292,000 impressions, and then Thursday I had 301,000 impressions. So I'll be curious. Like today, I did get my listings up, so hopefully that number bounces back. I know this is a small sample, but just on this very small sample, you can kind of see it seems to be that this is proof that listing daily is really important. As you can see, the average is around 400,000. In the 2 days I didn't list, I had 292,000 impressions and 301,000. So about 100,000 less impressions. And, to get an item sold, it starts with an impression, right? And then people have to look on your page, and that's where your average click through and then your sales conversion. So with all that being said, I think it seems to be proof of the importance of listing consistently every day. And there, for the longest time, I was listing 5 days a week, and I don't think that was even consistent enough. I am here from henceforth 7 days a week. No excuse, but hopefully get it done where I don't have to work on the weekend. But if I have to, I have to. Yeah, great minds think alike. Val's got the sticky notes saved to draft. That's funny. I hadn't even read that comment when I said that yet. We say jinx. Clay said, "See now, Brian, I'm just glad I decided to try my local sale theory. I know she'll be able to help us because of." I know you're excited, Clay. I'm the type. I'll believe it when I see it. Hopefully, but I'm not setting my hopes based on maybe someone can help me. The way I look at it, you put in the hard work, and if you run into that, that's great. That's icing on the cake. But I'm not going to set my hopes up based on somebody. In this case, somebody I don't even know. Like I don't know what type of connection she has, or if she can help us. If she can, that's great. but that would be amazing. But I can't relinquish control and just hope that somebody might be able to help me out. Yeah, Clay's over here singing in the background. Keep me updated. I've had a lot of these connections, and so, like I was buying jeans from Matt in quantity and bulk, and that was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. I could have kept riding that horse for a long time. I don't know, man. I really enjoy listing shoes and not clothing as much. But I know if I need to, I can always go back to clothing. Clay says he won't be disappointed if it doesn't come to real life. I won't care because I'll find the next one, but I know she can help me grow. Well, I don't know. That seems like you're playing both sides of the coin. I don't know. If those things happen, that's great. But I don't know. Like I know there's lots of things I can control. And I like to focus on the things I can control. And I think if you put in the hard work over time, the breaks seem to come to you. Now, I will say Clay's superpower is he friends people very easily. So I mean that's Clay's superpower. But like that, even that, you still gotta do something with it. I don't have that superpower. My superpower is I'm pretty determined. Like Bell says I'll have to rewatch this. I've no idea what y'all are talking about. Who has the shoes? All right. So one of Clay's local sources, which he sells clothes to, allegedly has lots of connections, and Clay's trying to see if she has a connection, kind of like a rag house type connection, where we can get access to volume shoes. But here's the other thing, like what type of shoes? What are the quality? Are these grade A shoes? How much are they? What's the quantity? Like there's lots of questions. And don't get me wrong, I'm interested for sure. But I don't know. To be determined. We shall see. Clay said, Val, yesterday I went and sold more clothes locally to my friend Gretchen, who owns that store. We got to talking and asked her about rag houses, but yeah. Hopefully she can hook us up. It was kind of like when I got the jean deal through Matt, I opened it up to Clay, and I let Clay get in the same pricing I got. So we try to help each other out. Even offered that. Now it's harder when somebody's out of state, like. So yep, that's why it's good to have a network for sure, a reselling network of people. All right, well, we're gonna have to talk, Clay, because you're dropping lots of hints I don't know about in the chat, and we haven't even talked about that part. Well, you'd have to be careful. You don't you won't give away your sourcing content just to make content. Like, and here's my thing, like, and of course I'm fickle. Like right now, I'm trying to do YouTube, and my numbers are kind of growing a little bit for me. But I was talking to Scott, not Triple D, but Scott in our group. I'm like, is the time I'm putting into YouTube, would it be better off just listing more? I think YouTube is a long game. Like I'm not even monetized. I have the subscribers. I don't have the hours. And looking at my views and whatnot, I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know. I know it's a long game if you're going to play it. And then I go back and forth on that topic. YouTube or no YouTube? Her what we want, but have to see and decide. Her, I don't know what that means, Clay. Her what we want, but have to see and decide on. That's confusing. I don't know what that means. Well, if you're talking to her, Clay, like I have a much bigger net than just that. I mean, all that, yeah, that's great. Sneakers, also boots, chukka boots, Western boots, Women's comfort shoes I'm into. I'm not into personally. I sell. Like we need to talk if this turns into a real thing. Like the net can be much bigger. Friends in common. Well, that's good. Yeah, Clay's definitely networking. As Caesar said, to YouTube or not to YouTube. I don't know. Currently, I'm doing it. Come out to Sacramento and source at the bins. See, we have 2 bins locally, and honestly, lately I've been able. I've been like I think I know enough about shoes. Yesterday I probably came home with 100 pair, and then Wednesday I probably picked up like 50 pair, and like I listed I think 15 today. And there were some good shoes in there. Some Doc Martens. What else? Some Echoes. Some New Balance. Nike. Some pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. He likes to wear SAS. Don't believe. No. Actually, SAS is pretty good to resell. Well, it depends on the styles, but talk about your comfort shoes. Yeah, I know that's the key, Scott. It's like you almost have to take yourself out of it. Like I was even talking to Chris about this, that like now he told me that he got as many subscribers recently in one day as he got in his whole first year on YouTube. So we talk a lot about this with Atomic Habits and the book clubs and things, that there's you get this exponential growth if you stick with something consistently over time, but it's not like on a straight level. They call it the valley of disappointment. Like for a long time, it seems like you're making no progress, and then it seems like it's like the melting point. It's almost out of nowhere, you get this sharp increase, and it looks like overnight success. But the truth is, it was days or months or years of being consistent with something, whether it's listing, YouTube videos, and then just kind of clicks and it shoots up, and that's kind of what I'm hoping. So yeah, I kind of get discouraged, but as of right now, I plan on. I told myself, look, give it all of 2022, stick with it, 3 videos a week. I mean, I'm at 1,090 subscribers, which before I restarted, I think I restarted in like November, late November, early December. I said maybe 700. So I don't know. For me, that's pretty good growth. Our bins are either that price or $2.99. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna sound like Clay. I'm not that worried about YouTube. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it's not gonna be the end of me. Like I know my money's in reselling it, and I like to help people on YouTube. I like to answer questions, make videos, and that does bring a lot of. It pleases me when I read comments from people who told me how it really helped them. I may not have the big numbers, but if I'm able to help some people, then I think that's a good thing. And I try to hold on to that, like when I get discouraged. I'm not even going to read Clay's dark joke about atomic habits. But the thing with Atomic Habits by James Clear, it's like, habits make everything easy, where you don't really have to think about things. Oh, all right. We got a real reselling question from E. Will. Says, did you give up on selling jeans or still doing it with shoes? I'm currently seeing if all shoes is possible. If all shoes is possible, which I think it is, I'm going to stick with all shoes. If things don't work out, then I will add in men's jeans. And if I'm still not where I need to be, then I would add in women's jeans also. I could also I do have some local connections on clothing, plus Clay at the bins. So I'm not super worried. But this is from like we have a shoe call in our group in Tech and Sports group, and Isaiah and Nina and Alfredo kind of lead that group. And I really like Nina's model. She's listing 10 shoes a day. She has a tremendous knowledge about shoes. And she has a very high ASP. And so listing 10 shoes a day, like her numbers, I asked her, like she did over $11,000 gross on eBay listing 10 shoes a day. And at my peak, I think I grossed 16K just on eBay on clothing, but it had fell as low recently to 12K per month gross. And that was with me listing 31 pieces of clothing per day. So if I can do that with 10 shoes, and I know I can do way more than 10 shoes, I'd like to get up to listing like 30 shoes a day. But I want to build the draft bank, and I want to do it the right way. I think I can make more money doing shoes. Excuse me. Plus, I do enjoy shoes more. Like before I joined their group, there was a long period of time that's all I did was shoes, and I was pretty good at it. But then talking about habits and efficiency, all the things I've learned from the group, applying that, I think, to shoes will hopefully help take me to that next level. And we're not talking about Posh Ambassador 2. Yeah, I will take good men's jeans. But, I think when I looked at the eBay's quality listing report, I think I'm ranked in the 80s. Like I'm the 82nd seller on eBay out of like 200,000 in men's jeans and sales volume. Similar number with women's. I'm more excited about shoes, but maybe one day a week if I get good jeans. Now I'm not talking about this every jean. And to me, good jeans are Levi's 501, 550, 560, Silver Tab, the BKE line, Lucky Brand for men's is pretty good. Like those are kind of like the three big ones I could think of. Plus any other jeans that rock. What is it? Rock and roll jeans, Rock Revival. Like the higher ASP jeans for men's. I guess I could still do that, but I really just want to do shoes. James says, I can't source one category. I found the more dollars you list today makes a big difference in your traffic. Hey, and yeah, and I'm not, I think niching down is smart, but I don't think you have to niche down to be successful. I think depends on what your goals are. I think if you're an everything seller, your cap is about 200K gross, but that's a lot of money, to be honest. Like, I think a lot of people could be happy if you're happy sourcing everything and you're listing high value items, then that definitely can work as well. It's just harder to source, research, and list and ship in a lot of categories. You're just not going to be able to get as many listings up per day because you're switching gears too often. But that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. James says, one of my categories are high resale value. When I list 2K worth of stuff a day, traffic goes nuts. Yeah, I do think the higher ASP, that's why I'm liking shoes. Like I listed those, like a lot of my shoes I'm listing at $39.99, $49.99. The Doc Martens I listed at $139.99. Like kind of typically the lowest shoe is $29.99. But on clothing, if it's just a basic Nike t-shirt, it may only be a $10 t-shirt. So if you're doing clothing, then you got to compensate by the volume, by having a very big store and turning that over. And I think both models work. Clay's trying to find out what that is. Val says, what size are those long boxes you use for your inventory? Try them out for sweaters. I think those are great for clothing. In fact, I got one right here. It's a 30 by 8 by 8. 30 by 8 by 8. They fit, here, let me show you. Actually, they fit clothes and shoes. Like, here's one. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm awfully close to it. So it's a long box. It's 30 inches long, about 8 wide, and it's like a file cabinet. And there you can see like how I have them stacked. There's 3 pairs of shoes, and they have an SKU number. And if I'm also listing clothing, like I could put a pair of jeans like right in here, right between them, and it's not a problem. Now, if I'm doing just shoes, the only problem with that box, I think it's great for clothing, pretty good for shoes. It doesn't take all the height. Like I have some other boxes that I used to use. I think they're 18 by 14 by 14, and those are taller. So I think I could stack more shoes in that box, but I think they both work really well. And if you're doing clothing, or primarily clothing, I think that's a great box. And it's really quick and easy to pull and pack. Like I made a video on that a couple weeks ago. Nope, do not want Goodfellas, do not want Sonoma, do not want George Jeans, do not want Marona, do not pass go. Rock Revival Rick, that's Clay's favorite character. Yes. Rock Revival Rick. You're welcome. Check out that video and take a look at it. I made a video on inventory a few weeks ago, Val, where you can kind of see my older system and this one. They both work. Like when I made that video, I was still just doing clothing. And I think for clothing, it works amazing. For shoes, it works pretty good. In that box, I usually get between 8 to 10 pairs of shoes. But in my other box, I can get about 10 pairs of shoes in that other box, but it's taller and it's obviously not as long. The Kia bags don't hold sweaters. Very, very good. Yeah, I've seen that IKEA. Like I need some of those for, like I have my light box for shoes in here, but with the weather about to get really nice, like I have a table on my patio, and I bought a 4x6 gray carpet rug thing. And what I'm going to do is what I need is like an IKEA bag, or I have some bins I can use, and I have a rolling cart too for my shoes. I think I'm going to take like a big bin of shoes out there and photograph it, because really nothing gives you better quality pictures than natural light. So as long as you're not in the direct sunlight, and if the weather's nice to get out of this garage, the tomb, I think that would be nice. So I'm going to try that out, and I think that carpet is supposed to be delivered early next week. So I'm going to see how those pictures turn out. And on bad weather days, I always have the light box. I can come in here and use it too. So I'm excited about that. Affliction. Eric? I don't know, Clay. I do not know. So that's kind of all I got. Here's another thing. Like, I don't know. I enjoy cleaning shoes. I never thought I would say that. Like this morning, you can kind of see it. It's a mess back there, but I got my grandma's spade cleaner. I've got my goo gun. I've got my 10-second bacteria killer. I've got oil conditioner. I've got like the edging thing. I've got all these tools. I've got a steamer, and it's kind of satisfying, especially with like leather boots or shoes that are dry that just need a good conditioning. It's to me, it's enjoyable to restore those. So I've actually kind of been enjoying that process. Now, I don't know if that's just because I've been listing clothes for so long that I wanted to change the pace, but what I do is I clean a whole bunch of shoes at once. I put them on the cart. I have this like 8-tier cart, 2-sided. I put the shoes on there, and then from that cart, I photograph them. Currently in the light box. I'll be doing some outside, and then after I photograph them, I put them in a bin. The bin is right here. Like I've got a bunch of them that are photographed, and I didn't get to the listings today. And so tomorrow I will photograph. They then get bagged and they get put in the box. So it's like what is your process? Like for me, it's cleaning a big batch of shoes, photographing the shoes, uploading the photos to the computer, listing the shoes then go into the poly bag and into the inventory box. And then each morning when I go to my storage unit to pull the orders that sold, those boxes get placed in storage. And what I'm hoping is that I'm hoping I have a very fast sell-through rate, which I think I will compared to clothing. And maybe I can sell down because currently I have 3 storage units. If I could get down to 1 or even 2 storage units, I think that would be a win. James says, liking what you sell helps. I just like making money and using that for something else. Yep. Making money is the key to this for sure. For sure. Clay's talking to the bot. Yeah, well, those are good categories, James. How do you pronounce that? Ephemera, like that's the old, like the vintage antique collectible pictures and whatnot. Business and industrial, that those are good categories to be in also. Yeah, I like that, James. I know, who is it? Auction Professor. That's like a big category for him, like postcards, old pictures, things of that nature. Yeah, paper stuff, exactly. Clay's asking what business. Well, I'm not gonna answer for James, but like business to business. No, not Dunder Mifflin. We're not talking about The Office. Mostly all paper. So like old receipts from like maybe a hotel, James, or something turn of the century stationery that you find, those type of things. I used to watch quite a bit of the Auction Professor. I went through a phase where I was buying lots and vintage things. I don't know how to pronounce that name. LWRDR. Hey, how's it going? Not sure what I did an awesome job on. That's very debatable at this point for this week, but thank you nonetheless. Thule Motors, etc. Yeah. Postcards, pictures, press photos, old books, old paper. Yep. Let's see. James's real name is Creed. Oh, hey, my friend George or Jorge. He's in the group. We talk about once a week and chat a little bit on Facebook. George has. I won't get into his business too much. He's got a lot going on. And George has just got a warehouse. I think that's safe to share that. Yeah, Clay brings up some weird references, James. Yeah, Jorge, you do, because I don't know who Lorder 1267 is. Yeah, need to update the name, my friend. Oh, Creed from The Office. That's fine. Well, see, Clay is the man when it comes to TV. He's put a lot of hours into TV. Warehouse keeping him busy. I know Jorge was out in California, and actually George is trying to help me with some connections. I did, George. I actually looked at that those messages you sent. Like, I've done that type of research, like as far as bulk shoes, and the local places aren't really good. At least the ones I do think, like maybe going down to Houston and trying to get into a rag house might be good. Or maybe Clay's friend Gretchen can help us out, make that connection. That would be even better. Clay is ambassador level 2 in Washington. Oh no, he's definitely level 3, 4, 5. Speaking of, I do need to watch the newest Boba Fett. I forgot to watch it Wednesday on Disney. I mean, I enjoy TV too, but like for me, it's like a reward for a little bit in the evening after I've hopefully hit all my goals. Val's killing herself. Yep, there you go. TV is Clay's BFF. This just makes me sad though, Clay. But like, TV's not a real person. Like, I get it. TV's an escape, and I think we all turn to TV as an escape. But I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't want that to be the only thing. That's sad. James is looking to buy a smaller warehouse. Not happening to split. Not worth 1 million to me yet. Yeah, it's interesting the journey, right? The growth journey. Like, when do we, we start out in our garages and our corners of our house, then maybe we get a storage unit, then maybe we get a couple of storage units like where I'm at, and then at some point you're like, well, is it time for a warehouse? What size warehouse? I think having enough space is crucial, and obviously that's going to be dependent on like where you live, the cost, and what you're selling as well. Oh God, Clay in Houston at the Rag House, man. It was nice knowing you, Clay. It's nice knowing you. I used to watch YouTube as I measured inventory, switch over to music. I get so much more done. Yeah, well, that's the thing with YouTube, like content, like you're gaining content, but if you're actually trying to work, you can't really work and listen at the same time. Like your attention is divided, so it does make it hard. Like I have some podcasts and a lot of the things in our group that I listen to, but if it's like some deep knowledge that they're dropping and I'm actively listening, I will pause it and then wait until like maybe I'm doing photography or if I was measuring or cleaning shoes, things that don't take much cognition, that's easier. But like when you're actively listening or doing something that takes a lot of thought or researching, you can't really focus on anything else or you're going to make mistakes. Minus the YouTube video right now. Yeah, sorry for distracting you, Val. But I'm also encouraging you to get your listings up. All right, we're gonna get Clay's pouring out his heart. Yeah, I love sports too. I get you. Bunch of grading warehouses in Houston. Yeah, need to get down there. James, have a service business, sole proprietor, but I want to pay cash for property, debt, and business are a hard mix. Yep. Yvette says, I'm paring down. Well, hello, Yvette. I'm paring down to mainly media. I am starting chemo Monday and just don't have time or energy to do shoes and clothing. I need to figure out how and where to lot things up, thinking of putting lots on eBay. Well, first of all, hope everything's okay and, best wishes to you on that. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about media. I know there's people in our group that specialize in that. I know media is a volume game because the average profit's less, but it is easier to list. Like I've dabbled in it a little bit. It's the season for Boba Fett for sure. How many shoes on average you get into that box? That 30 by 8 by 8, George. I'm getting probably about 10 shoes per box in there. It's a long box. It doesn't take up a lot of width or height. And it's kind of like a file cabinet. And I'm using the Husky shelf, the 5-tier shelf. And you can get a lot of shoes or clothes for that matter into a compact space. I actually made a video on that a couple of weeks ago on like the new inventory system. Yep. Wishing you the best, Yvette. Yeah, need to make a trip down there, George. For sure, but yeah, I think I'm one. I think I've seen them all except for the last one. I need to catch the last episode. I think I called before. No one ever answered. I almost feel like that's like something you have to do in person. Maybe make a trip down there. Yeah, 30 by 8 by 8. Yep. No, no problem. We're wishing you well. And as far as media, yeah, I don't know. We know it's a volume game. That's all I really know about media. Oh, so Scott's ready to do a binge of Boba Fett. And I'm also, speaking of TV, I'm also caught up on Ozark and waiting for the second half of the current season to come out. That is such a good show. Yep. Support, support. Support, support. Yeah, it was so good. It was worth it for me to wait each week for it to come out. But I also get the binging. Also, I was just too impatient to do that. I said that, but then I forgot to watch the one on Wednesday. Yeah, no spoilers. It's excellent, 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 excellent. That show stresses me out. It's so well done. It reminds me of like kind of like Breaking Bad. It's to me, it's almost on that level of quality. Yeah, catching 2 episodes at once is always good. All right, guys. I think that's all I got. I know me and up, we're about to head out to go have some dinner. We're going to Cane Rosso's, a good pizza joint up here. So I got to get off of here and get ready. Thanks for everybody dropping by today. If you haven't, smash the like button. Um, and we usually do lives on Fridays to wrap up the week. Sometime Val is on, sometime Clay is on, and Clay's got a corny joke about Ozark. Yes, that's not a big spoiler. It is set in the Ozark for sure. All right, everybody have a good weekend, and we'll catch up on those listings. Oh, by the way, if you like any of this, if you want a little bit more serious, check out the Reseller Roundtable. It's a podcast that we do. Scott's in the group, Dumpster Diver Dad, and a couple others, Alton and Mike. You can find those podcasts on Spotify and wherever else you listen to podcasts. We also have a YouTube channel called the Reseller Roundtable, where all of those videos are live, so you can catch a little bit more focused talk about reselling. Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see you on the